Diddy, he enjoyed watching her get smashed by BBCs. So, what you think about that?
Do you think she was the only one getting banged by him? Because you got to realize this lawsuit and the information they had and they gave the Diddy people was 6 months ago.
So, there's been quite a stir lately surrounding a lawsuit filed by producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones against Sean Diddy Combs, alleging sexual assault and harassment. One of the claims in the lawsuit suggests that model Jade Ramey worked as a sex worker for Combs.
And she was searching for the big black, not only for herself, but for somebody else who we all know that was in the room with her. It's a freak-off section. Right? She said it's a freak-off section. If she says a freak-off section, brother, she ain't the only one freaking off.
However, Ramey has stepped up to set the record straight. Speaking to People in a statement, she clarified, "Yes, I dated someone. Dating someone doesn't directly correlate to any of the false allegations made."
She told her friend, and this was she was under a non-disclosure and everything like that. She told her friend she couldn't take it no more because she had seen this dude do something.
She continued, expressing her disappointment in how personal relationships are now subject to public scrutiny. "How unfortunate we've entered a time where caring for someone or falling in love is worthy of scrutiny in the court of public opinion," she lamented. "What may be amusing for you is real life for others, and my feelings have never been for entertainment, nor are they up for discussion."
Anything in that lawsuit, you got to realize that we only got a portion of it because it's been chopped up. Things has been taken out.
Ramey stressed the importance of empathy and consideration when discussing people's personal lives and relationships. "We need to be more conscious as a society when ridiculing people's lives and relationships merely for enjoyment," she urged. "I appreciate everyone's kind messages and support during this time." The lawsuit, filed in March by Jones, a former producer and videographer for 54-year-old Diddy, detailed his alleged experience being sexually harassed, drugged, and threatened by the mogul. Jones is seeking $30 million in damages. Jones, who produced multiple songs off Diddy's Love LP between September 2022 and November 2023, allegedly witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer on the Love album. The suit specifically alleges that he was the victim of constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus by Diddy, and that he was sexually assaulted by a woman in the presence of Mr. Combs and his staff, among other allegations. Diddy's lawyer, Sean Hawley, told People in a statement at the time that Jones's claims were complete lies and accused him of shamelessly looking for an undeserved payday. His reckless name-dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen is nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headlines, Hawley said. "We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies." In the lawsuit, the producer also accused Diddy of having bragged about having several women on a monthly stipend, a group of 3 women that Lil Rod claimed included Ramey. Another one of the women mentioned, Daphne Joy, has since denied the allegation. Diddy's recent legal troubles have extended beyond Jones' lawsuit, as late last month his properties in Los Angeles and Miami were raided amid sex trafficking allegations. A Homeland Security investigations representative confirmed at the time that it executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation. Diddy has been accused of sexual assault and similar claims by 5 people in separate lawsuits filed in recent months, 2 of which have included allegations of sex trafficking. Attorney Aaron Dyer told People after the raids that there was no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. This unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits, Dyer added at the time. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. Sean Diddy Combs was spotted at his Miami home, looking relaxed despite the recent upheaval. In the midst of a tumultuous period, marked by federal raids on his LA and Miami residences and multiple lawsuits alleging sexual misconduct, Diddy appeared calm as he shared a moment with his mother, Janice, who is 83 years old. The Grammy Award-winning artist, seen enjoying a cigarette and engaging in conversation with his mom, sported a black top with stylish white graphics and black pants, while Janice rocked a vibrant lime green pantsuit accessorized with a straw hat, white sandals, hoop earrings, and bracelets. Just days prior, Diddy found himself embroiled in another legal matter as he was named in a lawsuit alongside his son Christian King Combs. The suit alleges that Christian sexually assaulted a woman working on a yacht chartered by the Combs family. According to the lawsuit, Sean Combs played a role in creating the circumstances that led to the assault and subsequently attempted to cover it up. The lawsuit is the latest in a series of legal challenges accusing the music mogul of sexual misconduct. It emerges amidst a federal sex trafficking investigation that prompted Homeland Security agents to conduct raids on Diddy's properties in Los Angeles and Miami. The plaintiff, Grace O'Marcaigh, who served as a crew member and bartender on the yacht, alleges that in late December 2022, Christian Combs pressured her to consume tequila spiked with other drugs. The suit further claims that Christian groped her and attempted to coerce her into performing oral sex. Aaron Dyer, representing both Sean and Christian Combs, dismissed the lawsuit as lewd and meritless, and pledged to file a motion to have it dismissed. Dyer also criticized the ongoing investigation, characterizing it as a witch hunt fueled by baseless accusations made in civil lawsuits. The lawsuit contends that Sean Combs, as the charterer of the yacht, held full control over the staff and environment, thereby creating conditions where the assault allegedly occurred and was condoned. Grace O'Marcaigh, who was 25 at the time, recounted an unsettling encounter with Christian Combs, then 24, aboard a yacht. She described a night when Combs, seemingly heavily intoxicated, began giving her inappropriate attention. According to O'Marcaigh, the incident occurred in a music studio on the ship, where producer Rodney Jones, embroiled in his own lawsuit filed in February, was instructed to be available around the clock for Sean Combs' album work. In the lawsuit, O'Marcaigh stated that Christian Combs pressured her into taking shots of tequila, and feeling obligated, she complied. As the evening progressed, she alleged that Combs became increasingly aggressive, forcibly grabbing her arm and groping her amidst the haze induced by the drinks. The lawsuit includes a transcript of their interaction, purportedly captured by microphones in the studio, where O'Marcaigh demanded that Christian Combs cease his advances. According to O'Marcaigh, the assault continued later in the ship's movie theater, which doubled as an additional sleeping area. She explained that she sought refuge there after finding all the rooms occupied, until another crew member intervened and halted the assault. The following morning, O'Marcaigh reported the incident to the yacht's captain. However, she alleges that the captain failed to conduct a thorough investigation or take any meaningful action after receiving a substantial sum of money from Combs. Subsequently, O'Marcaigh claims she faced retaliation and was ultimately terminated from her position. She asserts that since the incident in 2022, she has experienced profound emotional distress and has struggled to secure employment in the music industry where she had hoped to pursue a career. The lawsuit seeks damages, the amount of which will be determined at trial. Christian Combs, known not only as the son of Sean Diddy Combs, but also as a musical artist in his own right, saw success with his track Can't Stop, Won't Stop, featuring Kodak Black, which topped Billboard's mainstream R&B hip-hop charts in 2022. During the searches conducted at his father's Los Angeles residence on March 26th, Christian and his brother found themselves handcuffed, although no arrests were made. The federal lawsuit filed by producer Jones in February, represented by attorney Tyrone Blackburn, who also represents O'Marcaigh, alleges that Sean Combs pressured Jones into soliciting prostitutes and engaging in sexual activities with them. Responding to the new lawsuit, Dyer, representing the Combs family, criticized it as being rife with falsehoods and irrelevant details. He referenced a recent criticism of Blackburn by U.S. District Judge Denise L. Coate, who highlighted a pattern of behavior where Blackburn allegedly filed cases in federal court to gain media attention and pressure defendants into quick settlements. In rebuttal, Blackburn stated via email that the referral to a disciplinary committee isn't a formal sanction and accused Dyer of attempting to deflect attention. He reaffirmed the allegations against Christian Combs, asserting that there is recorded evidence of the assault against Omar Kai. Now, according to analysis conducted by The Post, it seems like Diddy might be facing some financial challenges as his hefty legal expenses pile up and income from lucrative partnerships begins to dwindle. Despite the ongoing legal battles, Diddy, who is 54 years old, continues to maintain the lavish lifestyle associated with a high-profile rap star. The recent FBI raid on his properties, which he denounced as a witch hunt, occurred while he was preparing to board a private jet in Miami. Interestingly, his own Gulfstream jet was last seen in Antigua. The analysis by The Post suggests that Diddy's annual expenses could easily surpass $35 million, and this estimate doesn't even account for any financial impact stemming from his confidential settlement with Cassie. When approached for comment, his representatives declined to provide any insights. Known for his association with the liquor company Diageo, which proved to be highly profitable for him, Diddy was frequently seen endorsing their Ciroc vodka. However, his income stream faced a setback in 2023 when his lucrative deal with Diageo encountered obstacles. In addition to his legal and business woes, Diddy's family obligations may also pose financial challenges. As a father of 7 children, 4 of whom are minors, and with ongoing financial responsibilities to several ex-partners despite not currently being in a long-term relationship, it's likely that his family expenses are significant. For nearly 2 decades, Diddy's primary source of wealth stemmed from his partnership with the beverage behemoth Diageo. This lucrative partnership began in 2007, when Diddy became a 50-50 partner in the Ciroc vodka brand. Then, in 2013, the collaboration expanded with the joint acquisition of De Leon Tequila. As part of the initial deal with Diageo in 2007, Diddy received 50% of Ciroc's profits and was allocated a marketing budget of up to $15 million annually, as reported by Bloomberg. This budget was used to host extravagant parties on yachts, at his residences, and across the country. However, tensions arose in May 2023 when Diddy sued the British-based alcohol giant, alleging racial discrimination. He claimed he was treated as a lesser partner compared to other celebrity endorsers, like George Clooney. The legal battle intensified when Diageo revealed that Diddy had received a staggering $1 billion since the inception of their partnership. In a bid to rally support, Diddy enlisted the help of Reverend Al Sharpton, framing the lawsuit as a fight for racial equality within the business realm. Sharpton likened Diageo's treatment of Diddy to that of a slave master mistreating a slave. Unfortunately for Diddy, the legal tides turned against him when he faced a slew of lawsuits starting in November, accusing him of assaulting, raping, and trafficking women. Some of these claims alleged that the assaults occurred at private parties funded by Diageo, which reportedly featured explicit gift bags and adult entertainment. In January of the following year, Diddy dropped his lawsuit against Diageo, relinquishing control of the brands to the company. This move signaled a significant legal defeat for Diddy, leaving him without future income from the partnership. While the marketing budget fueled Diddy's lavish social life, the revenue generated from Ciroc reportedly supported his various other business ventures, as highlighted by Bloomberg. In recent years, one of Diddy's most high-profile ventures was Revolt TV, a cable channel launched in 2013 with undisclosed investors. Cable channels, when managed effectively, can be real money spinners thanks to the cable carriage fee, a share of viewers' cable payments which offers a stable and predictable income alongside advertising revenue. Initially, Diddy's stake in Revolt was reported to be over 50%, potentially yielding him up to $12.5 million annually, as per Forbes. The channel later expanded to include a website. However, when Diddy faced allegations of rape and sex trafficking from his ex-partner Cassie in November, he stepped down as chairman. Recently, TMZ revealed that Diddy sold his stake in Revolt to an anonymous buyer, although the details of the transaction remain undisclosed. The downfall of Revolt wasn't the only setback in Diddy's media empire. Simultaneous with the legal challenges, a reality show about Diddy's life, slated for production on Hulu, was scrapped. Additionally, businesses severed ties with his platform for Black-owned businesses, Empower Global. However, perhaps the most personal blow to Diddy is the decline of Bad Boy Records, which played a pivotal role in his ascent during the 1990s, with hits from both himself and top-tier artists like the notorious B.I.G. In 2005, Diddy sold a 50% stake in Bad Boy Records to Warner Bros. Music, though the exact sum remains undisclosed. Nevertheless, Recent years have seen a decline in the label's prominence, with a lack of major signings or retaining of top talent. Besides Diddy, whose recent releases have underperformed, the label's most significant artist is Machine Gun Kelly. Diddy has been making moves to breathe new life into Sean John, a once thriving clothing brand that he sold for a hefty $70 million back in 2016. In 2021, he scooped it up out of bankruptcy for a mere $7.5 million. Despite the company's website proudly proclaiming "I got my name back," Diddy has yet to unveil any new collections or showcase existing clothing lines on the Sean John website or Instagram. While you can still snag Sean John gear on platforms like Amazon, Walmart, and Lyst, Macy's has hit pause on sales. Like many of Diddy's ventures, Sean John operates under a veil of privacy, making it tricky to suss out financial details. His intricate web of LLCs further complicates matters. However, one thing that's crystal clear is his extravagant lifestyle and the hefty bills that come with it. Take his Gulfstream 550 jet, for example. This airborne luxury, capable of flying over 6,500 miles without refueling, set him back a cool $60 million up front, with an additional annual maintenance tab of $3.5 million, according to jet experts. While reports have long swirled about Diddy owning his own yacht, it seems he's more of a charter enthusiast. Chartering yachts, where he's been spotted playing host, can set him back a pretty penny, upwards of $300,000 a week. That's a yacht bill that likely surpasses the $1 million mark annually. Then there are Diddy's impressive abodes, a sprawling $35 million waterfront compound in Miami, and a jaw-dropping $40 million mansion in LA, complete with an underwater tunnel. But the luxury doesn't come cheap. Sources in the luxury real estate realm estimate he's dishing out an additional $5 million for taxes, repairs, and staffing. Let's not forget about the mortgages. Two hefty ones totaling nearly $100 million, set to mature in 2029 and 2036 respectively. That's a hefty $8.5 million annual bill. And if that's not enough, Diddy has a penchant for dropping serious cash on artwork and bling. Case in point, he shelled out a whopping $21.1 million for a painting by Kerry James Marshall, making it the priciest work ever sold by a living black artist. His jewelry collection, worth millions, includes showstoppers like a $300,000 Richard Mille watch, a hefty 30-carat diamond pinky ring, and a $500,000 diamond chain necklace. It's a bit murky when it comes to figuring out just how much Diddy shells out for child support in total. However, a court document dating back to 2005 sheds some light. It reveals that he was slapped with a monthly child support bill of $21,782 for one of his 7 kiddos. Crunching the numbers, that's a hefty $261,620 annually for just one child. Now, if he's still doling out that same amount without factoring in inflation, it could mean an extra $1.8 million annually for his kids. But here's where things get a bit fuzzy. It's uncertain if Diddy is still supporting all his offspring, especially since reports suggest he's also footing the bill for several girlfriends. Mark Garagos, who's previously represented big names like Usher, Chris Brown, and even Michael Jackson, chimed in, estimating that Diddy's current legal tab could easily hit the high 7 figures annually. Ouch. Legal fees of this caliber typically come with a hefty price tag, with top-tier legal teams charging up to a staggering $1,150 per hour. And let's not forget about the Cassie saga. Diddy settled with her for an undisclosed sum. Now, he's facing a slew of escalating legal claims and a federal investigation looming overhead. If charges are brought against him, defending himself could drain his wallet even further. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Considering Diddy's been raking in the big bucks since the 90s, there's a good chance he's squirreled away a hefty chunk into investments, allowing him to live off his assets and stash away a nice little war chest for those legal battles, according to his former lawyer. While Garagos admits he's not privy to Diddy's current financial status, he's confident that Diddy, being the savvy businessman he is, has weathered storms before and will likely come out on top. After all, he's got brains, he's got savvy. Landing on his feet is kind of his thing, but considering the allegations surrounding him, I wouldn't be so sure of it this time. In November 2023, singer Cassie, legally known as Cassandra Ventura, filed a federal lawsuit against her former partner, Sean Diddy Combs, accusing him of physical and sexual abuse throughout their relationship. The complaint alleged that Combs's abuse ranged from beating Ventura and forcing her to have sex with other men to raping her at her home in 2018. The rapper settled the lawsuit within a day. But since then, 3 more women and 1 man have sued Combs, accusing him of a wide range of abusive behavior, including sexual harassment, rape, non-consensual pornography, and sex trafficking. The situation escalated on March 25th, when federal agents with Homeland Security investigations raided Combs's properties in Miami and Los Angeles. Multiple outlets reported that the raids were connected to a federal sex trafficking investigation based out of New York. The following day, Combs's lawyer, Aaron Dyer, released a statement, maintaining that his client is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. The music mogul has denied all of his accusers' allegations. "I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy," he said in December. "Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. Here's everything you need to know about the accusations against him." Cassie alleged she was the victim of a pattern of abuse, violence, and sex trafficking. Ventura sued under New York's Adult Survivors Act, which gave victims a one-time 1-year window to sue their alleged sexual abusers and institutions, even if the statute of limitations had run out. The window expired in November. She says she first met Combs in 2005 when she was 19 and he was 37. In the lawsuit, she alleges that Combs controlled nearly every aspect of her life, from her career to having access to her personal medical records. She claims he was frequently violent, physically abusing her multiple times a year, and that he often plied her with copious amounts of drugs. The complaint also claims that Combs forced Ventura to have sex with male sex workers in different cities. Encounters she says he watched, masturbated to, and recorded. The singer says she never went to the police because she was afraid that doing so would merely give Mr. Combs another excuse to hurt her. She also alleges that following a dinner in 2018, Combs forced himself into her apartment and raped her, while she repeatedly said no and tried to push him away. Ventura says she ended the relationship for good afterward. In her lawsuit, she referred to multiple witnesses who saw the abuse take place. One of them is her friend, singer-songwriter Tiffany Red, who wrote an open letter to Combs describing an incident on Ventura's 29th birthday party in 2015. Ventura and Red claim that night, Combs and his security team forced Ventura to leave because he wanted her to have sexual encounters with other men. Red said Ventura had disclosed to her at the time that Combs was physically abusive. "I feel compelled to show up for Cassie and myself and confirm that everything she described in her complaint about what happened that night is consistent with what I experienced," she wrote. In a statement to the New York Times, Combs' lawyer Benjamin Brafman said Combs denied the allegations and that the lawsuit was riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking a payday. Ventura and Combs settled the lawsuit one day after it was filed. The details remain private. Brafman said that the settlement is in no way an admission of wrongdoing. "I have decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control," Ventura said in a statement. "I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support." Meanwhile, Combs said, "We have decided to resolve this matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best. Love." After Cassie's settlement, the legal woes for Diddy continued as Liza Gardner filed a lawsuit on November 23rd, just before the Adult Survivors Act expired. Gardner recounted an incident dating back to 1990 or 1991, claiming that after attending an MCA Records event with a friend and meeting Diddy and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall, they ended up at Hall's apartment for an after-party. Gardner alleged that she was coerced into having sex with Diddy and that her friend was also assaulted. She described feeling shocked and traumatized by the encounter, alleging that Hall later pinned her down and forced her into sex. Another complaint filed the same day came from Joy Dickerson-Neal, who claimed that in 1991, she reluctantly went on a date with Diddy, only to be drugged and sexually assaulted by him after dinner. Dickerson-Neal further alleged that Diddy recorded the assault and shared the tape with others. Though she didn't report the incident immediately, Dickerson-Neal stated she later filed a police report in New York and New Jersey. However, she believes possible witnesses were afraid to come forward due to fear of retaliation from Diddy. Diddy's spokesperson dismissed these claims as fabricated, accusing the women of exploiting the Adult Survivors Act. Another woman, referred to as Jane Doe, filed a lawsuit on December 6th, alleging that Diddy, along with his associate Harve Pierre and another unidentified individual, gang raped her at Diddy's Manhattan recording studio in 2003 when she was just 17 years old. The lawsuit detailed a disturbing account of trafficking, drugging, and violence, with Doe presenting photos allegedly taken on the night of the incident. In February, Diddy faced yet another lawsuit from his former producer and videographer, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who accused Diddy of sexual harassment, drugging, and threats. Jones, who worked on Diddy's recent album Love and lived with him during a period, claimed constant unwanted touching and groping by Diddy. He also alleged being drugged by Diddy and waking up disoriented in bed with him and 2 sex workers. Additionally, Jones claimed to have footage and audio recordings showing illegal activities involving Diddy, his staff, and guests, including drug use, solicitation of sex workers, and sexual assault. In his lawsuit, Jones revealed his fear that Combs was grooming him, a fear that seemed to materialize during an incident involving actor Cuba Gooding Jr. aboard Combs' yacht. According to the complaint, Gooding Jr. allegedly assaulted Jones, touching and groping his legs, thighs, back, and shoulders, despite Jones's discomfort and rejection of his advances. The situation escalated until Jones forcibly pushed Gooding Jr. away. An updated version of the lawsuit filed in late March now includes Gooding Jr. as a defendant, as reported by People. Moreover, the lawsuit sheds light on Combs' social circle, suggesting that his associates enabled his behavior to maintain access to celebrities and social opportunities. Describing Combs as known for hosting extravagant parties, the suit alleges that affiliation with or sponsorship of these events granted legitimacy and access to a roster of notable figures, including athletes, politicians, artists, musicians, and even international dignitaries like Prince Harry. However, it's important to note that the complaint does not contain any accusations against Prince Harry himself. A video featuring Sean Diddy Combs and a teenage Justin Bieber spending 48 hours together resurfaced recently, following the raids on the rapper's homes in connection to a federal human trafficking investigation. In the video shared on Bieber's YouTube account 14 years ago, Diddy excitedly talks about their time together, calling it 48 hours with Diddy, and expressing that they're having the time of their lives, though the specifics of their activities are kept under wraps. He mentions that Bieber is spending time with him, drawing parallels to his past legal guardianship of Usher during the singer's early career. While Diddy clarifies that he doesn't have legal guardianship of Bieber, he emphasizes their close bond for the next 48 hours, indicating they're going to have a blast. Bieber adds to the excitement by expressing his desire to meet girls during their time together. Representatives for Bieber and Diddy have not yet responded to Fox News Digital's request for comment regarding the resurfaced video, which emerged shortly after it was confirmed that the raids on Combs' homes were linked to a federal human trafficking investigation. A conversation between Usher and Howard Stern from 2016 resurfaced recently, shedding light on the experiences Usher had while living with Sean Puffy Combs during his teenage years. Usher revealed that he moved to New York City and stayed with Combs for a year, which Stern noted was L.A. Reid's idea, referring to it as Puffy Flavor Camp. Reflecting on that time, Usher described it as a unique experience, particularly considering it was the 90s. Stern humorously suggested that Combs' place was filled with constant parties and orgies, to which Usher responded that it was indeed a curious environment where he witnessed some things. When Stern asked what a 13-year-old Usher was seeing in such an environment, Usher explained that he was there to observe the lifestyle, but admitted that he couldn't fully grasp or indulge in what he was witnessing. Co-host Robin Quivers jokingly prodded about any encounters with women, prompting Usher to laugh and clarify that while he observed curious things, he didn't fully understand them. Usher mentioned the presence of industry heavyweights at the parties, listing names like Biggie Smalls, Lil' Kim, Craig Mack, Faith Evans, Jodeci, and Mary J. Blige. When asked about his parents' knowledge of these events, Usher revealed that they were oblivious to what was happening, emphasizing that he was simply having a good time without their awareness. That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.